Tell us about the Delmonico's building, because it's a very famous restaurant.
It is. So the Delmonico's actually start around the corner on William Street here in the 1820s at the little cafe and pastry shop. They open a purpose-built fine dining restaurant 180 years ago on this corner after the Great Fire. So they buy the lot, they build this unbelievably lavish new European-style restaurant, and they put the same columns you see on the front today out in front, claiming they got them from the ruins of Pompeii. That's hard to prove. However, this restaurant does so well, it becomes the flagship of an empire of restaurants that stretch north at one point to 42nd Street. Come 1890, as Wall Street, as the financial district booms, they rebuild. But they get an architect named James Brown Lord to build a beautiful 8-story Renaissance Revival building that houses a new, even grander restaurant, as well as offices for merchant insurance and steamship companies. They also had a kitchen up on the 8th floor because they catered events. So they were catering for City Hall, for banquet halls all around the city.
And it was also the first place, I think, that allowed women, right?
So they have the first woman cashier at their original cafe. It's the first restaurant in the city to allow women unaccompanied, though they have to be pushed to do that after 6 p.m.
These pillars are the ones that are original.
Exactly. They were in the first building 180 years ago. The story says you touch them for good luck on your way in.
So, Nick, obviously Delmonico's has been renovated over the last 180 years, but they do have some artifacts that are from the old days.
They do, and actually when this building was built, the grandnephew of the original Delmonico's, who owned the space at that time, actually put a time capsule in the cornerstone with some pieces from the original 1837 restaurant. And so one of them was this piece right here. It's a form of currency, 15 cents for Delmonico's, an early gift certificate. These they used during the Civil War when currency was inflated because they were printing the first greenbacks.
Also, I see down here the cookbook.
Yes. So the chef here from 1862 to 1896, Charles Ranhofer, is considered one of the most influential chefs in American history. And in 1893, he publishes this cookbook, The Epicurean, that collects over 3,500 recipes. It's a huge kind of compendium of his cuisine. It includes some of the dishes he invented: lobster Newburgh, baked Alaska, eggs Benedict, many others.
Wow. Who were some of the famous people who ate here?
So this restaurant was the absolute cream of the crop in New York. In 19th century New York, this was where the elite brought their guests from out of town. It's where they came for the most impressive balls and pageants. Charles Dickens ate here. Mark Twain celebrated his 70th birthday here. We have in our records at New York Historical speeches given by secretaries of the Treasury, the heads of the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick, other professional and alumni associations. This was where you gathered if you were an elite New Yorker.
And now they're rentals.
They are. You can live here.
That's crazy. Thank you, Nick. You're a wealth of information. And here's to Delmonico's, at least another 180 years.